Hi loves, it's Ray with Gotham Paper, and today I am showing you how I did my collage silhouette in my blackout journal. This is Scribbles That Matter, A5 size. And when I say collage silhouette, basically it means that I've drawn something that I'm going to fill in with random scraps from my desk, or if I'm testing something out, like on this one, I was testing out the Tim Holtz tissue paper. And so I'm going to show you kind of how I did this. And it's also a great way to test out like regular washi and any type of small stickers. I'm a big fan of little pieces of art make up a big picture. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to be doing as far as my backdrop. This one I thought would be really cool to give her like wings and have all of these affirmation statements around it, kind of like, you know, swirling magic. Not really sure what I want to do. I need to find a page to start it in though. I think I might actually do my card and maybe do like a frame of some sort. Not as ornate as this, obviously, but yeah, maybe I do that. So let's see here. Do here to here. I'm just doing a simple, I like the frame that I did on these cards. And if you were part of our Advent year before last, that's what these were in. So I like that, and just doing like a simple vector outline to connect the dots. And I am not a perfectionist when it comes to journaling. I could care less if my lines are crooked or not. Like I've never been the type to draw a complete spread out in pencil and trace over it. Like some people, you know, they get like really zen with that and they love doing that. And me, that is not me. Like I'm a make it up as you go kind of person. I feel like it's more true to my journaling. It helps me tap into more of really what's going on in my head and where I'm going with why I'm doing art to begin with. I use art as an outlet. I don't use it as, you know, like a form of expression or anything like that. So where I'm going with this is I think I want to do the frame with a quote in the middle and then maybe journal over it or something. I liked the outline of the frame and I was thinking about doing something abstract, but then decided to change that over to more of just a simple shape so that it would be easier for me to fill in around it. I think I'm gonna do collage like all the way around. Okay. So I have tons of scraps. Oh my god. So point is to just start laying things down and not really thinking about it, just literally filling stuff in. I started out with a base layer of checkered tissue paper and just getting the basic shape down, because the point is you don't really have to follow exactly like what you've drawn, and that's also why it doesn't matter if the lines are straight or not, because they're just going to get covered up anyway. It's just a guideline for you to use to create this basic shape that you're filling in. And then I'm going over with some tissue paper and a couple of washies. One of them is the snake skin from Muse Lab, which I absolutely love and pretty much use in like anything that I do. And just trying to build up that layer to make it more of like an abstract collage, you know, like if I see words on tissue paper or something, then I pull that out, and then writing the card phrase in the center. And I'm not super worried about how the font looks. Since I'm going to be covering it up anyway, I'm just playing around with my new Sharpie markers that I recently picked up. It's the Sharpie acrylics, and I actually really like how vibrant they are as compared to the Signo gel pen. The Signo is kind of muted. Even Posca on Blackout, I feel, is kind of muted. It's more of like a washout gray in some cases, depending on how much you prime it. And the Sharpie doesn't require any priming. And so I was able to retrace my shape and kind of give it more definition. So I'm really liking the ability for all three choices. And I use all three throughout the spread. For the left page, I knew I wanted to do similar style girl and the wings, so that way I could try and show you how I did the other spread. And so I liked that it was a half page, so I was doing kind of like a crescent moon silhouette and adding in just a general outline of a wing, and or you could look at it as hair, you know, however, you know, it's up to your interpretation what it is. But basically just drawing a simple outline, and then here I'm doing more of a larger scale area, covering up with more of a bigger piece of tissue paper, so that way I get the loose outline again, and then I'm able to go over that. I really like that marble tissue paper for backgrounds. It's so pretty, and it looks really awesome layered with stickers over top of it and that kind of thing. So I'm just going through my stash and grabbing like whatever I see near me, and happens to be like some washi that I'm filling in. This was a Halloween washi that was at Michael's a few years back. And as I was doing that, I noticed that the snakeskin was a bit too of like jumping off the page for me. It's hard to explain, so I am just going over that, kind of toning it down with some other washi and tissue paper to try to make it blend more with the background, and then filling in a general shape for the neck, and adding in like a necklace, and you know, just at this point just free range doodling, like have no idea. Sometimes I'll just doodle if I'm kind of at a stopping point of not knowing what to do next. And then really like the idea of going back in and adding different textures and layers with the Posca for the general shape, and fixing the face a little bit more so that I have a longer neck, because I wanted to add more wing. And when I was putting the tissue paper down, the way the natural tear happened when I peeled it away immediately to me was like looked like a scarf, and so I went with that and turned it into a scarf, and I absolutely love that. I do that a lot, where I'm going one place in my mind, but then the material does something different, and you just kind of go with the flow and let it see where it takes you. So I'm adding like a bow on the scarf, and then going back in with the Sharpie and looking through my stash, trying to find quote stickers that I wanted to add. And I found my quote stickers from a past advent that says, "I see a magical badass," and I have several of those because I made custom pins one year, and so I'm just adding that around the frame. And I'm testing out the Sharpie again with writing, just to see how well it takes and how easy it is to write with. And I actually really like it. I love the pop, like I said. It just looks amazing. And it's really fluid as well. And I went with the phrase Eye of the Beholder because that's the book series that I'm working on for my next wave of handmade journals. So I'm really excited to show you guys those. I was looking through my stash to try and find a portrait sticker that I could put over the front, and came across an extra of these cool mirrors that I used on the books for that series, so decided to go with that instead. And I actually love that I picked this over something else because it just ties in with what I'm currently working on, and just symbolizes that part of the journey for me. So really like how that all came together. And then I'm just going around and trying to define more with the Sharpie, since it does come out more dramatic, and it's really easy to write over all of the stickers, and drawing in like some more of the girl and just trying to fill out the page more. But I really love how this came together. While I was drawing, it kind of gave me a chance to reflect on other things that I'm working on right now, and one of those is my light version of the Oracle cards. And one of the questions was what I consider to be my quote, and it's always been "I have the power." I was a huge She-Ra and Sailor Moon fan growing up, and so that kind of like instilled that inner belief system that I have the power to do my own thing and control me. I can't control my environment, but at least I can control me, and also my obsession with the moon. So I'm just writing about that to reflect on that as well. That way it ties into both my light and my dark side on this spread. I like to do that a lot, where if I'm doing something dark, then I like to have a balance. So I added a quote that said, "I am the master of my fate. I have the power to set my limits, and those are none. See your worth." And tying in with showing you how I did the last spread, I'm going in and writing a few affirmations with the Posca, and using the Sharpie for a goddess / Sailor Moon style crown. I'm all about working in my Hobo Weeks dupe. If you haven't seen it on my light channel, it's rawelement.com or at rawelement, and I have been doing every page devoted to being the queen of my destiny. And so I hope that you've enjoyed seeing a behind the scenes of my process. This has been highly requested, and if you try it out, please tag me, and I will see you in the next one.